very often when you find a new place, an urban survival shelter, you'll come across a bathtub. And the bathtub has multiple uses. Okay, this is urban survival we're talking about. Oh my God, the quality of this camera is perfect. This is actually what I look like. All the other cameras were horrible. Anyway, beside the point, I look good now. So, with the bathtub that you find, oh fuck, you can even see the hair in my nose. Shit, I've got to pluck that shit. With the bathtub, when you come across that in an urban shelter, it's got multiple uses. So your first use, like what I love doing, is inundating very hot water with nice essential oils to get that calmness and relaxedness before you sleep. Don't do it at the start of the day. And you do this in your urban survival journey if you've met all other survival requirements. You don't want to dehydrate yourself by sitting in a hot bath when you're in a very bad situation and don't have water. So, for instance, are you having hot baths? You've got to have water for at least 2 weeks ahead of that. Everything counts towards your hydration strategy. So that's one use, the obvious, for the bathtub. And the other non-obvious uses is to use it as a washing basin for your clothes. So you just chuck all your clothes in there, fill the bathtub with hot water or cold water, let it soak, put some soap in there, whatever you've got. And you don't have to be meticulous about this. I'm not going to teach you how to become like my grandmother. You just want to get it done. And that's how you do it. You use the bathtub instead of the old traditional washing basins. You use the bathtub because it's the same thing. And you do that once, you do that twice or 3 times. And then eventually you'll get rather clean clothes. Clean enough in an urban survival situation, or any survival situation for that matter, where there's a basin of such nature and you can put water in it. And you can also use it as a large dishwasher, but I wouldn't recommend you do that in terms of putting mass plates in there and stuff if you don't have a big sink in the kitchen. I don't advise that. There'd be really special circumstances that you'd need to do that, generally speaking, in an urban survival situation. Running a little bit of water on it from from your flask or some sort of bottle and just wiping it clean will suffice, as long as it's clean. But if you, for some reason, are in a massive urban survival party, there's 20 people, there's a shitload of plates and cups, you can use a bathtub for that. So there are multiple uses. So that's how you use a bathtub in an urban shelter. That very often, in these bathtubs that you come across, there's no plug. And you're only as strong as your weakest link until you start to use your improvisation brain. This bathtub that I just found in this house, and I'm lucky because this house has hot water, that bathtub has no plug, and there's no plug anywhere in the house. So then I said to myself, hold on a second. This is an old-fashioned house. There has to be some sort of knob or handle I can use as the plug. And I looked at this and I said, Jesus Christ, that's probably the exact same width or a little bit bigger than what I need. It would be perfect. So there, it's coming off. All you've got to do is unscrew that. I don't want to unscrew this one. I've already done one, and I'll show you that in a second. That comes off. It might have the screw-on attachment at the end, but you fiddle around with that and break it off, which is what I did. Let's see if the water is still there. I filled it up about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Are we still good? Yeah. Fuck, the level is still good. I filled it up halfway, or just underneath halfway, and it looks pretty much the same. So that's it there. Oh, wow, that's hot. Fuck. That is hot. I don't know even if I can reach into it, but you can see it. That's the back of that handle, and it just sits there flush. It's brass. It's not going anywhere. It's not sliding. It's not doing anything. It is more dense than the water by far. Always got to have that improvised that improvisation mindset. Otherwise, you'll miss out on things like that. And that can be really important for your morale, to relax. Imagine you've got a whole bunch of water, like you've got tubs of water, and you're sweet for hydration, and you just want to relax, and you say to yourself, shit, I don't have a fucking plug, I can't have a bath. Hold on, just unscrew something and fucking put it on it. And you've got yourself a plug. It's these little things that add up. It's these little improvs that make your survival experience all the better.